Welcome to Superior Bed's educational video series. My name is Alex Rebrain. I'm the Marketing Director and I'm here to talk about buying a Super King size bed. Now, the Super King is the largest bed in a standard range offered by the manufacturers that we sell. There are only two questions to answer when considering buying a Super King bed. First is size. Is Super King the right size for you? And two is affordability. Can you afford a Super King or can you not afford a Super King? Let's deal with size. Is the Super King the right size for you? A standard Super King from the manufacturers we sell is 1.8 metres wide and a full 2 metres long. Now, the next biggest size, the size down from a Super King, is called a King, and it is a full 30 centimetres thinner. Same length, 30 centimetres thinner, only 1.5 metres wide. So, knowing the two dimensions that you have there, 1.8 by 2 for a Super King and 1.5 by 2 for a King, take your tape measure and measure your bedroom space. Most modern bedrooms are designed to take a double bed and 2 side tables. What this means is that in most modern spaces, you will be able to accommodate a King or a Super King if you take out one or both of the side tables. Why would you want to do this? Well, it is our professional recommendation that you buy the biggest bed with the highest spring count that you can afford across the lifetime of the bed. Okay, let's talk about affordability, the second question that you need to answer. Most people only consider headline price when buying a new bed. What we want you to consider and understand are the value factors. The value factors are named by us and are price, and in particular price difference, cost per night, space per person, and number of springs per person. Okay, let's talk about price. Take for instance, or as an example, this Super King size bed sells for 5,199 Swiss francs. The King in the same make and model sells for 4,499 Swiss francs. The difference for the bigger bed, 700 Swiss francs more. Now that's a lot of money for a bigger bed, but let's look at what happens when we consider the other factors and derive the value indicator. Now, the second value factor is cost per night per person. For cost per night, we're going to assume that the bed has a lifetime usage of 10 years, as all the beds that we sell have a 10-year warranty supported by their manufacturers. Now, the cost per night for this Super King size is 0.71 Swiss francs. For King, same make and model, is 0.61. So that's 0.1 Swiss francs per night for a bigger bed. Okay, hold that in your mind. The next two value factors deal with comfort. Now, value factor 3 is space per person. As you can see, this Super King is a very big bed. It gives you 1.8 square metres of space per person. The King size, which is a full 30 centimetres thinner, only gives 1.5 square metres of space per person. That means the Super King gives 20% more space per person than a King size. Value factor number 4 deals with the number of springs, and in particular the number of springs per person. For a King, being bigger gives you 2,923 springs per person. Super King, 2,923. King size, 2,408. Super King gives 500 more springs per person, or 15% more. Okay, these 4 value factors bring us to the value indicator. Now the value indicator is a measurement that we have defined and derived to allow you to compare beds of different sizes and beds of different manufacturers. What it does is it takes the cost differential and it uses a formula to work out the cost differential by the space and the number of springs to give you one measure that you can hold and use to analyse all beds. So, the value indicator for this Super King, 7,388 points. For a King, same make and model, 5,860 value points. That means the King has almost 26% more value points. Sorry, the Super King has almost 26% more value points than a King in the same make and model. This brings us to the real question that you need to ask and answer when buying a bed. Are you prepared to pay 0.1 Swiss francs per night for a 20% bigger bed and a 15% more comfortable bed? I know I am, and I do. This and more information is available on our website, or call us on 022 51 81 391. Remember, it's our professional recommendation that you buy the biggest bed with the highest spring count that you can afford over the lifetime of the bed. Thank you for watching this series.